Okay, here's my video about swallowing. I thought first I should talk about the different phases. There's 3 to 4 phases. There's 2 phases that could technically be combined. It's the oral prep and oral transport. If you break them out, which I'm going to do, it makes 4 stages. Oral prep is when food is chewed and mixed with saliva, which makes a bolus. Lips are sealed, the larynx and pharynx is at rest. Mastication is in a rotary and lateral manner. The second, or 1B, would be oral transport. This is where the tongue pushes the bolus against the palate and moves it back or posterior towards the pharynx. The oral phase is over when the bolus passes the fascial pillars. So then this is the stage where it becomes involuntary. Stage 2, so this is where it's involuntary. This is the pharyngeal phase. There's 2 purposes to this. One is to protect the airways, and one is to direct the bolus to the stomach through the esophagus. The brainstem and sensory motor control of the larynx, pharynx, and tongue are at play here. I could go into a lot more detail, but I'll go to the esophageal stage phase. This is when the larynx lowers and moves backwards. Breath can now be resumed. So we learned about this, where you swallow and exhale, and then sometimes these things can overlap. The upper esophageal sphincter contracts and the bolus moves through the esophagus to the stomach. So I selected 4 different things to try here. I did a cinnamon roll and chili because we're in Kansas and that's what we eat. I had a couple of Cheez-Its crackers because I wanted to do something soft, something chewy, something crunchy. And then I had tea with honey and lemon, something I drink every night, and decided to go ahead and do that too since it was a beverage. In the oral prep stage, the cinnamon roll was about 9 seconds long just because it was so soft and took a lot of time to chew. Oral transport phase was less than 2 seconds, and the pharyngeal phase, as it was less than 3 seconds. After that, I don't know. Chili, again, chewy, not as much as the cinnamon roll. So the oral prep stage was 7 seconds, not as much as the cinnamon roll, just because I feel like the bolus wasn't as big. I know, kind of gross to talk about. Oral transport phase, again, under 2 seconds. Pharyngeal phase, less than 3 seconds. The Cheez-It cracker was crunchy. So this took quite a while also because I had a whole handful of Cheez-Its. That took about 15 seconds to get it masticated enough that I felt like I could then go to the oral transport phase, which again was less than 2 seconds, and then swallowed it. Pharyngeal phase felt like it was maybe less than 5 seconds. And then tea with honey, this was fast other than the fact that it was warm, less than 2 seconds in the oral prep stage because it didn't need to be masticated. Less than 1 second in the transport phase, and less than 2 seconds in the pharyngeal phase. That's my video on what I ate.